Today, we're going to be writing your body paragraphs for your essay. So the first thing you need to do is pull up your paragraph guide worksheet. Next, you're going to scroll down. You need to make sure that your intro paragraph is done before you start your body paragraphs. The last sentence in your intro paragraph is your topic sentence. This topic sentence is really important because it's made up of a statement and two reasons. Each one of your reasons will be what your body paragraphs are based on. So the first thing that I want you to do is make sure that you know what your statement is and what each of your reasons are. So, for example, my statement is that call out culture should be used instead of cancel culture. That's my statement. My first reason is because it still gives a voice to people who might be wronged. And my second reason is because it also gives people a chance to learn from their mistakes. So, the first thing that I want you to do is copy your statement and your first reason, not your second reason. And you're going to bring it down here to your body paragraph one and copy and paste it. That is going to be your first sentence. Now, go ahead and copy your second reason and paste it in your second paragraph. Then go up and get your statement, but not the first reason, and paste that in your second paragraph. So now you can see that my first body paragraph says call out culture should be used instead of cancel culture because it gives a voice to people who might be wronged. And my second body paragraph says call out culture should be used instead of cancel culture because it gives people a chance to learn from their mistakes. Now, coming back up to body paragraph one, this is going to be really important. I want you guys to make sure that you are sticking to these sentence guides. It's really easy in argumentative writing to go off and start writing a bunch of extra things, to go on a little mini rant. Your argument writing will be better if you stay concise, meaning that you keep it short and to the point. So I really want you to make sure that you are looking at these sentence guides up at the top and really using them because you will get a better grade because of it. So we have already done a statement plus one reason. This reason is what your whole body paragraph will be about. Now, your second sentence is going to be an elaboration. You are going to elaborate and tell me more about your reason. So my reason is that cancel culture is better and a better alternative to call out culture is a better alternative to cancel culture because people who may have been wronged can still make their voices heard. My elaboration is that this means that if someone has said or done something wrong, they can still be called out or given an opportunity to make it right. Next, we are going to do an example with an author tag. Remember, examples have to be supported with research. That's why the author tag is so important. So notice here in my author tag, I say, for example, this transition word here that I'm using, for example, is really important because it gives my reader a nice cue to see that I'm moving into an example. And then my author tag says, according to Olivia Goldhill, so I'm giving credit to Olivia Goldhill. And then I give Olivia's credentials afterwards. I tell you who Olivia is so that you know when to believe her, that you know you should believe her. She's a Quartz science reporter, so you know she's done her research because she's a reporter. In argumentative writing, it is even more important to have good sources because people are going to try and argue back with you. And if you don't have good sources to back you up, they will not listen to you. So mine says, for example, according to Olivia Goldhill, Quartz science reporter, cancel culture gave many men and many women and some men the opportunity to call out abusers with hashtag #MeToo. Then we are going to elaborate on that example. And when you elaborate, this is your chance to show your own. This is your chance to show your own writing, your own voice in your writing, and I want you to explain how that example supports your reason and your claim. So I'm going to explain how this quote from Olivia Goldhill connects back to why call out culture can be used, because it gives people a voice who might be wronged. So I said this shows that not all of cancel culture is bad and can allow people to let their voices to be heard when they may not have been heard before. Now, in argument writing, we need to really use our sources. So we need to have a second example in this. So my second example is from Lisa Nakamura. And this one is a direct quote. Before I was just paraphrasing Olivia Goldhill. Now I'm using a direct quote. According to Lisa Nakamura, PhD, professor and director of the Digital Studies Institute at the University of Michigan, socially irredeemable things are said on platforms all the time, but cancellation provides a culture of accountability which is not centralized and haphazard, but needed to come into being. She uses a lot of big words in that quote. So in my elaboration, I really need to explain what she's saying there and relate it back to my reason. That is my first sentence in this paragraph. This shows that cancel culture is helpful in making people more aware of what they're saying, but call out culture is better because it holds people accountable while still giving people the opportunity to apologize and learn from their mistakes. So make sure that you guys are following these sentence by sentence guides when you are writing your paragraphs. It will really help you stay concise and not add too many sentences. The other thing to remember is you don't need to say I think or my opinion. If I change this right here to I think call out culture should be used instead of cancel culture, it really weakens my argument. It makes me sound wishy-washy. So don't say I think, don't say in my opinion. Just write your statement flat out. I know you think it. That's why you wrote it. So just make sure you guys are using these sentence guides. It will really help strengthen your writing and give you a strong paragraph.